Yah Ba'Shem Yahshua Barakatah to my brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Alathan Ba'Shem Yahshua. This is Priest and Officer that I want to welcome to live once again. It is the Lashon Kodash, the Hebrew, right? The Hebrew. Once again, you know what I'm saying, we'll bring out this information, this knowledge according to the Bible, according to Scripture, of course, though. Going to approach the class a little different tonight because there's so much that we can always go over and get into, though, but to give you also some precepts to, you know, go with tonight's class, of course, because we think that, you know, it's better to do as our oppressors, you know what I'm saying, than, you know, to do according to the scriptures. We think that it's easier and better, you know what I'm saying, to follow the way of other nations instead of the way that the Most High Power set up and established for us, though. So, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native American, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get into, you know, the alphabet as we usually do. We're going to get into some of the words, the tenses, of course, though. We want to start off with a few precepts, of course, though. I'm going to try to bring that up to the screen real quick for you to follow as well. All right? We're going to read this into the Hebrew because it's important that we do. So just bear with me for just a moment. Bring this up. So, our new channel, of course, though, so make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all like, y'all subscribe, you know what I'm saying, share, of course, on all the different websites, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, Instagram, share all that information. So we're gonna start off, you know what I'm saying, the precept, you know, from the precept, you know what I'm saying, that actually, let's do this. Let's just go over the Hebrew for a quick second. That way, you know, you can say, yeah, you're with it. Then we'll go with the precept. Then we'll get back into the scriptures.
All right.
All right. So, real quick, just to go over the Hebrew. All right. This is the Lashon Kodash, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go over the alphabet. I'm going to jump back into the scriptures, but we're going to go over the alphabet real quick. All right. Ah, ba, ga, ha. That's like it. The ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, qua, ra, sha, and the. This is the ancient Hebrew. This is the ancient Hebrew. This is the language, you know what I'm saying, that we spoke prior to going into captivity, prior to being subjugated to any of the other nations, of course, though. This is how we spoke. As you see up top, right? As you see up top, these are the characters, all right? The characters, all right? And each character does have a different meaning. We will get over that. We'll get into that, of course, one of these classes. But right now, we're just going to go over this. So this right here is the ancient. Now, what I want to do is I want to transition real quick. Just gone over the ancient. Of course, you know what I'm saying, this is something that we should be studying and staying focused. Now, what I want to do is I want to get to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6. And we are going to jump down to the 4th verse. All right? Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. And it reads, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allahaya Nawah, Yahweh, Akkad. That's what it reads. This is Shema, which is what? To hear. And then it says what? Yasha Allah. O Israel. O Israel. Hear, O Israel. Yahweh, which is the Lord. Allahaya Nawah, right? Allahaya Nawah. So, if you guys have gotten paid attention to any of the Hebrew that we've gone over in the past, you know that this character right here is the Na. So, Allah, Ha, Ya, Nawah. Allahaya Nawah, right? And of course, this is the Na, and that's the Wa. We went over, you know what I'm saying, we went over these in the past, right? Nawa, we know when you add that to the end of a word, it becomes R, right? R. So Nawa, which was added to the end of Allahaya, is Allahaya Nawah, which is now our God. All right. And it says that's a cod, which is one. We've gone over counting scriptures, or not counting script. Well, we've gone over a few counting scriptures, but we've gone over the numbers, right? One, you know what I'm saying, a cod. We went over 10, right? We get the breakdown of, 10, which is Ishera. And of course, 20 plus. About Ishera, which is what? A tenth of, or a percent of. So, Akkad, and then it goes Yahweh, which is what? Lord. So as we read this precept, Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 4, it says, Shema Yasha'ala Yahweh, Allahaya Nawah Yahweh Akkad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. We should understand the significance, of this precept, right? So I stopped, before we went over, this Yiddish. We didn't go over the Assyrian. We didn't go over that Hebrew, what is known, to those as modern Hebrew. And here's the reasons why. I didn't go over it just yet. Because this precept here, which is, Hear, O Israel, first off, understand that this Bible that we study from, that we learn from, is for a specific nation, a specific group of people. Like, if you go to a corporation, right, and there are certain emails that'll get sent out, some for the public, but the others is internal use only. And they'll have messages, attachments, and notes that says internal use. Why? Because it is for that company, that corporation. It's not, for the public. You understand? This Bible, was for the 12 tribes of Israel. Yasha'Allah, right? Jacob's name was changed to Yasha'Allah. So what? The 12 sons of Israel, right? Of Yasha'Allah. Jacob. The 12 sons of Jacob. So-called lost, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And when I say that, I'm including, the Ishmaelites, the Mexicans, the Cubans, Manasseh. I'm including all of those tribes. But, when we say, Judah or Jake, or in other cases, Israel or Yasha'Allah, we're just summing it all up. The same way that you get the word Jew, as well, right? It's the same thing, it's a short version, of its full name. But depending on the context, it has a different use. So you should be able to understand and determine, just like when you hear other languages. When you're speaking in Spanish, of course, though, you can say one word and it has multiple uses. But the words before and after, the sentence structure, the composition of it, of course, changes the meaning of it. But in this precept, it says, Hear, O Israel, Shema, Yasha'Allah. Hear, O Israel. It's being direct. It's talking to a specific group, a specific nation of people. That's what we got to understand. That's what we need to focus on. That it did not say, Hear, O Ammon. Hear, O Moab. Hear, O Amalek. It didn't say that. It said, Hear, O Israel. Yasha'Allah. That's what this precept said. Um, Yahweh, the Lord. Hear, O Israel, the Lord. The message that's being given, that's being sent out, is coming from the Most High. You understand? Like, the significance of this, because it's not from, just another man. It's not just from, like the president or anything of that nature. It's coming from the Most High. But it also says, the Lord our God. And that's where we see the possessiveness, you know what I'm saying? When we see the word Alahaya Nawah, Alahaya, right? But when you add Nawah, we've gone over this before though, adding all these classes that we've gone over before, prepositions, you know what I'm saying, suffixes, you know what I'm saying? When you add them to the words, it gives you meaning, it gives you direction. So now we can take a word like Alahaya Nawah and understand that Nawa at the end means are. Nawa at the end means are. What if it was Alahaya what? Right? That would be me, mine, or mine's. That wa at the end, you know what I'm saying, is possessive to me. We should understand that. What if it was something added to the end, such as ha? What if we added ha to it? Right? If we added ha, you know what I'm saying, that would be what? Her. So going through and adding, you know what I'm saying, like her God. Like, so when you hear us do the prayers, when you hear us do the prayers and everything else though, this is where it stems from. It's stemming, you know what I'm saying, from, the breakdown of the scriptures. It's stemming from the breakdown of the language, of course. Why? Because this was our God. This is our God. This is our power. It's not everyone's. This is possessive to us. Yes. We're seeing this in the precept in the Yiddish. But that is why we have to study. That is why, you know what I'm saying, we have to take these lessons, you know what I'm saying, and truly, you know what I'm saying, adhere to it. Because otherwise, we'll walk around here saying things like Boko Tav. Like, what? That's not our language. That's their language. That's the Yiddish. You know what I'm saying? When we were, giving instructions, when we were giving rules, you know what I'm saying, to follow, when we were giving commandments to follow, we were to keep them. So because we did not, you know what I'm saying, there's another nation ruling over us today. When we were, fleeing, of course, the other nations, you know what I'm saying, was out here talking about some, oh, well, let's pick off, you know what I'm saying, the those that can't defend themselves. And they were picking us off. They were picking off, you know what I'm saying, those that were unable to keep up. We were given the order, you know what I'm saying, to what? To put them to death. But we did not follow what? The command. We did not follow the order. If we had, if we had, they would not be here today to rule over us or take possession, you know what I'm saying, of our culture. The Yiddish, you know what I'm saying, that they have been pushing and peddling, you know what I'm saying, for us to follow. We wouldn't have to worry about that. Because they identified our God as being their God. They took our language as being their language. They took our culture, rocking the fringes, the band. You understand? Like, they took what was us and made it fit them, made it work for them. And they're walking around like, yeah, nah, I'm the real Jew. We know in Revelations, you know what I'm saying, that that's not the case. What they say, what they speak, you know what I'm saying, is lies, of course. So this class, you know what I'm saying, the Las Rudan Kodash, this class, you know what I'm saying, is important so that we can know our language, our heritage, so that we can come to the Sabbath service, you know what I'm saying, and follow along. When you see this passage, you know what I'm saying, you're able to read it. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahaya Nawah, Yahweh, Akkad. You can read it just like that. Even if you have to struggle with it. You know what I'm saying? You can read it and be like, I don't know what it's saying. But this is how you can, you know, also take time to learn. Like, you'll learn, you know what I'm saying, that there's root words. Right? There's the base word, you know what I'm saying, in there. And of course, we should what? Pick up on that. Alright, that's a ka. You see, you know what I'm saying, in the Yiddish, you know what I'm saying, it's ihad. Ehad, or head, had, whatever. Let's hear what they say. Oh, it's like I got the volume off. Let me see.
Chag.
Say that.
Chag.
Say that one more time.
Strong's H 259. Echad.
Ehad.
Echad.
Ehad. That's what they say though, but it's akkad. You understand?
Strong's H 430. Entry 1. Eloah.
Eloah. That's what they say. Eloah. But it's
entry.
Allahaya Nawah.
Elohim.
Right?
Elohim.
This is where, you know what I'm saying, you have Christians and whatnot going off talking about some what's his name's Elohim. No. What you're reading, what you're learning is from the nation that slaughtered your ancestors, that stole your inheritance, that walks around as if they are you. That's the Yiddish. Right? You see how it says Yehovah, right?
Strong's H 3068. Yehovah.
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 And that's Yahweh. The Yah, the Ha, the Wa, the Ha. Yahweh. Ain't that amazing? What is this? Yisrael? Fake groups out here who went out here and studied, you know what I'm saying, under another group, a nation that is not you.
Strong's H.
And you're running around here saying, yeah, I'm a Yisraelite. But that's not your language. Israelites, you're Jewish.
Strong's H 3478. Yisrael.
Yisrael. Yisrael.
Strong's H 3478. Yisrael. Yisrael.
All right. And that's because, you know what I'm saying, we did not stick to the precepts, to the teaching, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to grab another precept. All right. We're going to read Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. I'm already there. Bye. Read this in the English real quick. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments." The commandments that we were giving you, I'm saying, was for what? To love thy neighbor as thyself, right? When we go into the New Testament, Yahushua, I'm saying, he said what? A new commandment I give thee. Why? Because we stopped keeping our culture. We stopped keeping the law. So to them, it was a new commandment. A new commandment I give thee. Paraphrasing, love the Most High with all thy heart. Love thy neighbor as thyself. What is that talking about? It's telling us to be what? Focus in on us. You go out here, you know what I'm saying, into the, in these other cities, of course, though, in these other different parts of town, of course, the different businesses, and you'll see, yo, Moab sticks with Moab. Who cares if they got altercations and everything else, though? How often do you see it coming up on TV or in the news? You don't really, do you? Because they stick amongst themselves. They take care of their brothers and their sisters, you know what I'm saying? Proverbs 3 and 1 says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For the length of days, for length of days and long life and peace shall be added to thee." We should not forget where we came from. We should not forget our heritage. The Most High gave us this language. This is His language. He gave it to us. We can pull up all the different precepts, though, you know what I'm saying, but we're going to stick right here for a second, though. Because when the Most High did this, He made us a selection out of all the nations, out of all the people that was on the planet. Oh, yeah, we all right there. Yeah, that's the one. You ever go to like one of those concerts, right? Y'all had an artist on the stage, singing, dancing, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Y'all go to these different events, of course, though, and they looking on the stage just like, who I'm gonna pick? Who I'm gonna pick? Yeah, let me get this one right here. You know what I'm saying? And then one like me, no, not you, you right there, with the green, you know what I'm saying, jacket. Oh, that's me. Yeah, yeah. Come on up. Show us your talent. Show us your skills. Whether it's a sister in the crowd, whether it's a brother in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, it doesn't matter. The point is, you know what I'm saying, out of all the people, you know what I'm saying, this person was selected. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know what I'm saying, we're of that lineage of the ones that was chosen, selected. Neil got a song that says 1 in a million. Right? The odds of that. He's trying to express, you know what I'm saying, hey, look, out of all, you know what I'm saying? He said, I've been around the world, seen a lot of things, whatever, but you're 1 in a million, which means that that's a rare thing. But the Most High shows us out of all those that was on this earth, on this planet, on the face, man. It's like, yeah, you right there. I'm going to give you my blessing. I'm going to raise you up. What we were given, we were told not to forget. Do you know what happened? We looked around. Oh man, they got a king. Give us a king like the other nations. Wait, you want somebody to rule over you? Yeah. We want a king like the other nations. It went from giving us the king like the other nations to following the culture of the other nations. Oh, keeping the customs of the other nations. And of course, us going into captivity underneath the other nations. We've been following along, I'm saying, the Sabbath service here. I'm saying, we've been breaking all those precepts down. We in 2 Kings, of course. Slacky, give me 1 second. Alright, so boom and boom. Alright, Proverbs. This is 3 and 1. We in the Hebrew class, man. This is the Lashadan Kodash. We're going to get in the Hebrew so that we understand and learn it. Yes, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1. Banaya. Ban-ya. What is ban? Ban is son. And of course, whoa, there's that possession again, right? Prepositions, suffixes, right? The conjugation here was adding the ya at the end. No? Yeah. We added the ya at the end, so it is my son. The ya at the end is my. Darayah, it's like it. Dararathia. Da-wa-rath. Ya. Once again, you see the ya at the end, right? that ya at the end is my. My. This is the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This was his language. So if you're writing this down and you're understanding, you're starting to see, look, oh, okay. So if I add the ya at the end of the word, it is making it possessive, right? Yes, it's making it possessive. So now you have my law. Look at the root word. This is the root word. It says Torah. Let's hear it.
Strong's H 8451.
Torah.
Torah.
Torah. Right? But that's not how we pronounce this. That's not how we read this. Why? Because R is the A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha. The Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, Lama, Nasa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. So we have Tha, Wa, Rath, Ya. Tha, Rath, Ya. My son lock it. So, my son, my law, al, dashaka, wamataza, wahya, yataza r, the bach. Alright? So, here we go. See that right here. My son, al, is not. As you see, so here's the thing about it. When you see this like this, the way it should be read, it should be al-tha, al-tha, so like it should be alpha dash ka, right? Da sha ka ka. It should be read as one word. Slack if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But that's the Allah, da sha, the ka as in K-A, right? And then of course that is the ka as in like kataza. So it's read as in like my son, forget not. So that's one word. Like don't forget. So, once again, preposition, we have the wa at the front of this. So, wa in the front means like aim, right? And of course, the ya at the end is my. So, my son, forget not. And if we go back here and look at it, it's just saying my son, which is Banya. And this is the law, my law. My son, the law, my law. Forget not. Of course, we do the translation. It's my son, forget not my law, but and as we read this here, but my commandments, right? But my commandments Yataza war, like Yataza ra, so let. You can see that there, that keep. And the same thing with this one, sloppy if I did that. But my commandments. So we know the my is right here with the ya, and the but, in this case, it's like and. So, but my commandments, but it's like it's saying like and my commandments. In this case, it's but my commandments. So I'll read it, but my commandments. So, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. And then we have the la, the ba, and the ka. Thine heart. So, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. Verse 2. Here we go. All right, so this is Kaya, Iraq, Wabayum, Yamayum, Slaki, Yamayum, Rashan Wath, Kayayum, Washala Wum, Yamawa Hawa, Laka. Alright, so this is Kaya, Iraq, Yama Yum, Washa Nawath, Kaya Yum. And as you see this, the ma, the ma, the ma, the ma, they're different. This is the ma at the end of the word. At the end of the word, right? And then this is the ma in the middle of the word. So it's different. And Salaki, I mispronounced this word because the sa is similar to the ma, but it is not. And this is how we know because this is more rounded, of course. So Yawasa Yahawa Laka. Alright? And that's just saying for length of thy days, for length of days, and that's the young that's at the end, which is kind of like possessive of um like yours, or like possessive, like it's yours, but because you can see here you have the ya and the ma, but you added the ya, right? Like a thumb is, plural. You know what I'm saying? Masculine plural. And this right here, this is masculine plural as well too. And we can see that like right here on the side. Let's look at it right here. This is a masculine and it's plural. Masculine plural. Of days. Preposition, this is a wa, which is saying and. So the root of this, the root of this is the shanawa, or in this case it's shanaha. So shanawath, not sure what that is, but shanawath. So and long. And then we look at this right here. Life. Kaya yum. Right? And as you see here, this is saying that is the wa, the conjugation, of course, that's added to this word. You see the root as in shalawam, wa shalawam, and peace. So if you were to look at shala and the ma, shalom, so shalawam, that is making it plural. I'm gonna have to just double check, you know what I'm saying, on the specifics of this though. See, this right here says it is singular, masculine singular though. But I believe because of the wa in the sentence structure though, it should be plural though, but I have to confirm that, Salaki, for not having that information. I mean, we haven't really been diving deep into that though, but we're trying to give you bits and pieces here and there though, like the ya, the wa, you know what I'm saying, the ending, the beginnings. If you add these words, if you add this to the word, if you take that, it changes it, right? We've been going over the roots and everything else though. So shall they add, right? Shall they add? And the root, yasa. Yasa is the root. So of course, that says that just like that up here. Okay. Laka, which is to me. All right. So that precept, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 1, it says, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart It says, my son, forget not thy law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. All right, I want to move on from that, though. Of course, though, there's another precept. There's another precept right on the other side of this. All right, and we're going to transition in a few, of course, though. What was it saying? Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10. It says, hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the right path. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go. Keep her, for she is life. All right? This right here, you know what I'm saying, is getting into also the teachings, right? There's teaching. We're in the Lashon Kodash. When Yahushua returns, and he comes back and he's giving the orders, hey, you know, Shema, you know what I'm saying? You know, listen up. Stop talking, listen. You know what I'm saying? Shema. And that's this precept here jumps right into that. Let's show you what that looks like, right? 4. Yep. Let's just get to it. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10. Shema. Shema, Banya. Wakwat. Amaria. Waya Rabi wa. Laka. Shanawat. Kaya Yum. Alright. So, once again, you got Shema, which is hear, or to listen. Alright, Shema. We know the root is ban, right? Which is ban. But this is banya, right? Shema, banya, wakwak. That's he. Let's hear how they pronounce this.
Strong's H,
Laka.
47. Lakash.
Lakak.
Lakash.
But it's lakak. It's like, you know, it's not that's they're reading something different though. This is the wa, qua, and the ka. All right, or qua. Amar saying, right? We've gone this over, and the root of this is Amar. So we know that Amar is like to say, so Amar Ya, my sayings, Amar Ka, your sayings, Amar Wa, which is like his saying, Amar Ha, which is her saying, all right? And of course, this is the speech. So Shemai, Banya, for Kwa, Amarya, Waya, Rabwa, right? And shall be many. That wa right there is the and that we're looking for. You see that? That's coming from and, which is the wa. And they're saying that the root is Rabaha, right? They're going to say Rabbi. Let's see.
Strong's
Rabbi.
7235. Rava.
Rabbi.
Rava.
Listen, we speak our language. This is our language. We're not going to go by this Yiddish. I'm saying we're going by the ancient. All right. Oh yeah, we keep going. It's like verse 10, verse 11. Let's grab that real quick. Barak, Kakama, Arab. It's like a Harath, Yak, Yaka, Harath, Yaka, Hadara, Kath, Yaka, Bama'ai, Galawa, Bama'ai, Galawa. And of course, this is supposed to be like Bama'ai, Galawa, the Shah. Yashar, Salaki Yashar. Bama'ai, Galawa, Yashar. Like it's that's should be read as like one phrase, one statement, more or less, and not be separate. So, okay, so here's another one for you, right? If you are taking notes, as we're going over each one of these, though, I'm giving you the meanings of each one. All right, I'm giving you the meanings of each one. Like we've done this before, but we're getting this from the scripture. So on this particular verse, which is 12, right? Or it's like in verse 11, the root has the ba separate, right? So, we know Sham is the name. So Ba Hashem, right? So we know Ba is in and Sham is name. So Ba Hashem, Ba Hashem. So Ba Hashem, which is in the name. So what we're reading here is giving you that same thing, and we should be catching that. You know what I'm saying? We should be noticing that. Oh, this preposition, when you add ba to the front of a root word, its meaning is in. Just like when you add wa to it's like when you add wa to the beginning of a word, it is coming off as in. Okay? So these are all the little nuances or tricks I'm saying to focus on. So as we're going over this class, this is what? This is ba, which is in. Alright? Like you could probably look at the Rock. You can look at the Rock sort of like not necessarily as traveler, right? But I don't want to say going. But the way. So in the way of wisdom, let me go with that for right now. Let's still come back up. So in this right here, this is just the word. You know, wisdom. It's just the word.
Strong's H 2451. Chokhmah. Chokhmah.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? You hear how they got the ma right there, the ma and the ha, but hok. This is kakama. Kakama, as in like wisdom. It's like kakama. Harathia, ka. So it's like me or I in this sense of the word. So that ka is that possessive, and at this being at the end of the word, that's where that comes and stems from. All right. As you see here, it says, "I have led thee." So the rock, you see the da, the ra, the ka, Hadarath, Yuk, Ka, Hadarath Yuka, which is saying I, because it's, you know, the person that's speaking, I. So, and then the ya, like, I believe that this ha is more so like they. And this, like, you know, referring to a group. You see the ba, it says N, the ba. My I go, ya, my I go, ya, my I go, ya. So, but my I go, but my I go, ya, go, ya, right. But my I go, ya, and then your shaw, right. So down, sit, verse 12 real quick. This is something that you can practice and study on your own as well too, though. So these precepts that we've gone over, right? You know, we've gone over Deuteronomy 6 and 4. We've gone over Proverbs 3, 1 through 2. We're going over Proverbs 4 through 13, of course, though. This all is about our God, our power, of course, our language, of course, though, the language of the Most High, not the Yiddish nonsense, though. All right? So what I want you to do is, I want you to take this and practice on doing the translations of these exact precepts, right? Deuteronomy 6 and 4, Proverbs 3, 1 through 2, Proverbs chapter 4, 10 through 13. Slack it. Let me switch this up so I can see it. So I want you to take these precepts and practice, you know what I'm saying, the translations, right? So what are you talking about? What do you mean? All right, that's what. So that there's some clarification. Watch what I'm about to do. All right. So, reach that. Reach that. Um, so, if you do not have Hebrew alphabet, reach out, say something. That way we can do something about it. All right, that's one of the first things to do. Here's the second part, right? Practice what we just had on the board. We had the English, we had the ancient. Here's the Assyrian. I'm gonna put that up there very quickly. So this right here, you have the 5 endings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the Hebrew, real quick, it's the the ba, the ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. That is the alphabet. These are the endings. So they are different. Take a few moments to write this down. All right, I'll give you a few moments to write this down. As we've been kind of, a little faster paced, we're just diving directly into the Hebrew. All right, and these precepts and these scriptures. But what I was saying in regards to all right. So, if we are starting at verse 10, right? Doing the translation, this is what? What is that? I'll translate it again for you. Shema, right? Shema, because we read from right to left, and then go from left to right. Shema. Shema, Banya. Shema, Banya. Connectors, right? All right. Or quack. Or quack. Could be a quack. I have to double check on this one right here though, but it could be Wakaka. It could be Wakwa, but Quak. We're gonna stay for right now. So I'll check with the department to make sure. But simple, right? You know what I'm saying? Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10. Shemai Banya Wakwak. And we just translated that small portion. In the Assyrian, this is what we have. Shemai Banya Wakwak. Alright? So all we did, we took verse 10. We read the scriptures. If you're using the Blue Letter Bible, and that's why I'm using that, as the reference, because we can go to blueletterbible.com, type in Proverbs 6 and or Proverbs 4 and 10. Get this precept. I showed you the exact way to do it. You click on. Well, let's go over it again. So you click on the preset. So let's just grab 13. All right. So Proverbs. Let's bring up the last one. Not. PROV 4 10. Typed it in. This is what came up, right? See it. This is the King James Version. It says, Hear, suck it. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. Boom. Click on there. What does it do? It gives you the Hebrew, right? This is the Assyrian. This is the Assyrian text. If you have a Torah, right? If you have a Torah, you read the scriptures, this is what you're going to see them as. You're going to see Shema, Banaya, Aquak. But what we want you to do, so that you can practice, go over Deuteronomy 6 and 4, right? DEUT 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel. the Lord our God is one Lord. Revert back to this class. Use the notes. Shema. You see that? You see it in Proverbs 4. You see it in Deuteronomy 6 and 4. 4 and 10. Proverbs 4 and 10. You see it in Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Shema. Yasha'Allah. O Israel. Yahweh. Allahaya Nawah. So, the Nawah, and this is also showing you this is the root. Allahayam. Allahayam. But Allahaya, and then you drop the Ma and you add the Nawah. So, Allahaya Nawah, which is our God now, right? As you can slide here. Yeah, that's fine. As you see that, the Nawah, which says what? It is plural, first person, which is what? As in us. So how can plural? It's like saying we or us. But Nawah, because it is a suffix, boom, there it goes. It says right there, suffix. Stuff I've been teaching you, you know what I'm saying, for some weeks now. Going over for some weeks. It's starting to what? Come together, piece it together for these scriptures, these precepts, the sentence structures. So, Allahaya Nawah, Yahweh, Ka. Now, work on translating this. Translate that from the Assyrian into the ancient. All right. All right, so translate the Assyrian into the ancient, into the English. So now you will have, you know, you have something to work with, of course. So have something to work with, something to practice with. And that's what we need to be doing. We need to be practicing. The scriptures tells us what? Study and show our self-approval, right? So when you walk around, you know what I'm saying, we at the Passover, we at the cookouts, and you hearing conversations like, you know, Shema, you know, I was like, well, okay. Or you hear Amar, like, okay. But what do you hear at the end? Amar Ha. Oh, she said what? What did she say? It was ain't like Amar Ha. She said. So you start adding these things to it, and now you have a sentence structure. You know, we talk about what the weather's like. We talk about the game. Saying, I watched, we watched. Hey, yo, did you watch? He was like, wait. Yeah. We went over that in the class. Right. So you can identify those words. When we sitting here going over the Hebrew, and you, brother is gone. You got the Hebrew in front of him, and he's like, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 3. Washama Aith Yasha'Allah Washama Wath. It's like it. Washa Marwath La'isha Wath. And you sitting there like, yeah, he's right here. And whether the brother start, you know, getting into something else, whatever, it's like, Slacky, what was that? He was like, Slacky, what was that? And then you be like, Oh, Ashar. It's like it's Ashar, verse 3. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, Ashar. Why? Because you read it along. You right there with us in the precept, in the verses. It's like Ashar, yeah. Yeah, Taba, Laka, Wa Ashar. It's like, and it says double one. In fact, I know a brother, you know what I'm saying, and I believe he's in Cali, actually. He's a brother's in Cali. He's saying Officer Double One. I'm saying, my brother, you know what I'm saying, got some skills, you know what I'm saying, with the camera and everything. So, there we go. All right, number one, Ma'ad, Ka'ashar, Debar, Yah- Yahweh, Alahaya, Abathya, it's like it, Abathya, Yakah, Lakah, Baraza, Zabath, Kalab, Wadabash, Pa, Wadabash Pa. All right. So, that was Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 3. And you just following along everything. Yeah, I know what he just said. Or I know where we at. It becomes something that's ingrained to you. The same way that I gave you the tenses individually. We went over week after week after week. We went over the alphabet week after week after week. Now we're in the scriptures and we're reading, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's starting to make sense. It's all starting to come together. Bits and pieces. Right? So we should be studying, you know what I'm saying, to stay fast, you know what I'm saying, in these scriptures and these precepts to make sure that, our brothers and our sisters, are growing, of course, though. This language is not the language, you know what I'm saying, of another nation, man. This is our language. We out here talking about some take back these statues, you know what I'm saying, and like, who gives a damn about these statues, man? Let them have them statues. Who cares? Let Columbus, you know what I'm saying, rock down in Columbus Circle or whatever else, though. Or Lincoln Memorial. Who cares? That's theirs. It's that's their history. We gotta stop looking, you know what I'm saying, at their history, you know what I'm saying, as something that needs to be erased because now we're doing exactly the same thing that they did to us. Oh, let us, you know what I'm saying, let them. It's offensive. Okay, eventually, you know what I'm saying, we will have no history whatsoever. Everything's offensive. If you teach about homosexuality, it's offensive. If you teach against homosexuality, it's offensive. If you say he, it's offensive. I identify as a being. That wait, you mean to tell me that we went from he, she, it, they, them, her to now be? There's no male, female. Like everybody's like, yo, we all human. No, I'm a human woman. What, bruh? Like, let's be serious. I'm waiting for the day that we get. No, I refuse to be called human. He's gonna be walking around here saying I'm the alien, you know what I'm saying, from Little Rock, Arkansas. Like, this makes no sense. That's why we have to stick, you know what I'm saying, to this Bible. And of course, look, we got so much, we have so many resources, you know what I'm saying, that we're able to tap into. So many resources that we can tap into, though, but we just have to stop being so damn selfish and being caught up in everything other than this Bible, man. Like, put the other stuff off to the side. It's cool. Don't sweat it. Don't trip over it. This right here, it's a priority. It's a serious priority. It's a precedence over everything else, though, that you got going on. Look, feed your family, keep your house clean, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Pay your bills and all that other stuff, though. But set yourself apart. You want to go out and party, you know what I'm saying? That's what y'all want to do. Oh, I can't go out and all right, man. All right. You good. Go do what y'all. Do what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, you know what I'm saying? This is Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, throughout West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You know what I'm saying? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? This Bible is your book. It's your history, your heritage. All right? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all tune into the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all got questions, go ahead and type them in. Shoot it to the email, whatever, you know what I'm saying. We'll definitely, you know, get back to you, you know, whatever responses. And, oh, next month, you know what I'm saying, the Vegas Cookout, make arrangements. Vegas is next month. All right? With that, so my brothers, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Baruch Thumb. So my sisters, Yahweh Shamar Ala Thumb by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see that? By Hashem in the name. All right. Shalom, Israel.